Hi guys. So on my last episode, I mentioned I was going to handle education affairs in my family and how my mom was able to handle that and plan around it. So first of all, I want to say hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel, House of Charlie. So going forward into this edition, first of all, my mom actually went to secondary school. Yeah, that's where she stopped. And she did her, they call it then SSCE. Yeah, she did it at, is it Owerenta Girls? Yeah, I'm not really sure about the name in quotes back then, but if anyone who knows Abia State very well and knows Umeka Junction, from that Umeka Junction, immediately you pass that naval base arena. The next place is that Oriental Girls. That's where the school is. So that's where my mom did her secondary education. While I think she did her primary education in the village, I think during the war and all of those things, that was just it. But I'm not going to talk about her educational background. Yes, she tried to her best of knowledge. I'm not going to talk about whether she was very this or very that. After when we were in school, primary and all of those things, she was the one that would always, when we come back home, she runs to do our assignments and all of that, our homework. She always handled that. So, to the best of her knowledge, she is okay to her level. But it's just that there was no push, there was nobody to spoil her to want to do more and want more. So what did she now do? She decided, okay, since I'm married, let me focus on my home and see how I can build my home with my husband. So now part of what she would always do, not just teaching us by herself, my mom would always get teachers. We have teachers who came to the house. That was education in my home. Had teachers that will come to the house. Some were from our place, and then while some were others. In as much as she will also pay for extra classes back in school, but our weekends is usually for her for teachers to now come home. Our holidays we also go for summer classes. There is no lesson that we will ever miss. And then we come back home again. My mom will bring teacher again. She'll bring the one that will teach us Igbo. She'll bring the one that will teach us English. She'll bring the one that will teach us different things. Because in her quest for us to be well grounded, she needed to do all of those things. She wasn't that very smart, but at least she knew that it was important to be able to do those things. So why not? We, the kids in the home, had to do what? Put our head and our mind to it. Um, it's paying off. So, parents out there, it's important in your busy schedule to also, since you've made out time to send these kids to school, a lot of people say, yes, won't the child rest? Note that it is at this young age that the child does not really have much thinking, much distraction that he or she needs to gather all the knowledge because at this point is when all the processing starts happening. By the time the person gets to the university, gets to secondary school, Otilo, it has finished. It has finished. So the foundation you build from the pre-nursery to primary school, let me just say the whole of primary school, that's the foundation the person goes with. And a little of what the person does in her, he or she's secondary school, let me say from JS 1 to JS 3. That is just it though. Especially for people like us. In my home, if I tell somebody that I left university at 20, it sounds like, is it possible? But my brother, it is possible. And I started my first job immediately. So when I'm telling someone I have 10 years experience, I have 15 years experience. Okay, I've not gotten to 15, but if I tell somebody I have 10 years, 12 years working experience, I'm not joking because that was what I was like built up to be. That was the training we received back then in home. Thank you for always tuning into my page. Next week, we'll take in another aspect of my family or another aspect of learning process I got growing up. Thank you. I really appreciate your time on my page. Bye.